Hey everyone, as you can see, there's a pop-up on my screen. But before the actual video starts, I have a couple things I want to say. One, as you know, the Barney episode I released a few days ago was the most recent episode in the season 1 finale. Well, here are a few updates. One, I'm real excited to be bringing you season 2 of the show, and season 2 will have a lot more episodes than season 1. Which, that's doubly awesome, right guys? And the second thing is, I'm also working on a new theme song for season 2, like a new intro, or at least new footage to go with the intro. But I haven't got it quite prepared yet, so until then you're gonna have to settle with the old intro. But, on to some bad news. You see, I recently started online schooling because of the pandemic. So, episodes, unfortunately, they might come out a little bit slower than last season, but I will try my best to bring you. My goal is to at least get 50 episodes in this year. And that's not counting all the 15 episodes I've done before this. My goal is to get 50 new season 2 episodes by the end of this year, or hopefully even more. So that's my goal, and that's a little status update for season 2. Everybody's, ooh, this movie called Neverending Story is great. I hope they make a sequel. Well, that sequel kinda sucked, but I'm sure they'll get a good third one in. I mean, really, how bad could it be? I mean, the first one was so good, how bad could the third one be? This is stupid, this is stupid!
And I thought puberty was to make your voice different.
You have no right to talk about voices when your voice is so dang monotone. Anyway, this is Neverending Story 3. Let's do it. Neverending Story is a good film about great imagination, and just in general is a good film. Neverending Story 2 sucks, but you think it can get better. But Neverending Story 3 is jumping the shark. The shark goes in outer space, lands in the White House, a Chinese spy, and picks it up for his bat suit. Sebastian, the previous star of the two Neverending Story films, about a child finding two books that open up to another world that he stole from a librarian. Anyway, the third one is about him starting a new school. He finds the same book that he found in the previous two films, and he steals it from the library again. Even though in Neverending Story 2, the librarian evaporates into dust, so that defies continuity. Sorry, it's just my nerd impulses. Anyway, yeah, and guess what? Our first villain was the Nothing. While sure, that doesn't sound like much, but the first villain was very deep, and the second one had the personification of deadness inside. And you know what the third one has?
The Nasties!
If that's not the worst villain name ever, strap me down. I see you take your job very seriously. I'll need a moment. I have so many problems with that scene. One, why weren't there any teachers? Seriously, why? Why weren't the teachers doing their jobs for once? Anyway, the Nasties. Oh, that name is so stupid. Take Sebastian and lock him up in the boiler room because Sebastian asked where the men's room was. But I do have one question. Now, I might just be stupid, which I'm willing to admit I kinda am. What is a boiler room? Anyway, on to the next thing. So after they lock him into the boiler room, one of the dudes, I forgot, is I think the janitor like bust him out, and then it turns out that the Nasties have been repeating 8th grade for 30 years. I hope I don't end up in 8th grade for 30 years. And after a few scenes, he meets the library again, takes the book, and finally goes to Fantasia, that magic world I was talking about earlier. I bet you forgot that was in this movie, because I sure did, and I think the writers did too. Anyway, he goes to Fantasia and discovers that it's a destroyed set. The movie knew it was going to destroy itself. I knew it. I knew it. Anyway, the Nasties. For real, that is a dumb name. Anyway, discover the book that Sebastian, that name is fitting because I want to bash his head into the wall. Book that transported him to Fantasia. Anyway, so they start writing things and messing up the world, and it's never really explained, so I'm just gonna chalk it up to stupidity. Anyway, so once he gets to Fantasia, he meets some familiar faces, including Falcon, the magic white flying dog, which went from a wise old man to a Patrick ripoff. And look, I love dumb people, so I can kind of give him a pass because he's kind of cute, and he's a dog. Okay, but the nerd in me wants to say no, but the dog in me wants me to say, oh, I want to squeeze him, and the man in me wants to say, shut up, both of you. And I want to say, shut up. Anyway, so I'm gonna excuse that character because it's a dog. You can't. It's a freaking dog. Anyway. So they ride on the flying dog, they get to the Ice Queen's castle, or Ice Princess's castle. Yo, I'm getting Shrek Boy and Lava Girl flashback. Shout out to anyone who gets that reference. Anyway, after that, oh boy. So, voice. Oh, alright, there we go. So after that, the Ice Queen gives him this amulet that allows him to do certain things, but allows him to do. Wait a minute. Oh, wait, I forgot to mention this scene. He goes, well, what if I rewrite the book to make sure stupid stuff doesn't happen? And, yeah, that's a valid criticism, but she's just like, nope. Nutterino, brother. Anyway, that's a thing. Alright. I'm gonna stop this recording and get my breath back. And what's the next thing we're gonna cover? Ah! Anyway, guys, my grandma made homemade cookies, so I'm gonna hurry up and finish this video. Anyway, Bastion has a sister, and yeah. Oh wait, I gotta mention this scene. All the people get transported, including the rock monster and his rock child, get transported to Earth, and you get a bunch of ET style shenanigans. And here we go with another continuity rip. His dad and him have a conversation, and he hides it from the monsters, even though in the previous film the dad found out that Fantasia existed, so that breaks continuity again. Anyway, I forgot to mention he has a sister, which took that amulet that I mentioned that allows him to do things, and actually uses it while doing something. Wow! That deserves an Oscar for doing something. Who would expect that in a motion picture? Doing something, I mean, really, that's just unheard of. Anyway, yeah, so after a bunch of shopping montage, we get a stupid argument, and guess what the Nasty's evil plan is? It's to make everyone be a jerk. So they predicted the internet. Anyway, so the Nasties use that little magic diamond to be a jerk and everything. And yeah. The sister writes in the book, and so the sister goes, I have an idea, brother. So she writes in the book that the kid has magical karate powers, and that's how they defeat the Nasties. You heard right. Anyway, now for the review segment of the review. My main problem with this film is, one, how much of a tone departure it is from the previous films. One, the budget went way down. Second, it completely disregards continuity like a reboot. It would still be pretty bad if it was a film on its own, but making it be a sequel is even worse. Number one, they disregarded continuity, made terrible villains, terrible characters, and just stupid decisions in general. This film is just stupid. That's what it is. It's a stupid sequel, and no one should ever have to watch it. Hope you enjoyed Season 2, Episode 1. Bye!